What seems to be a tutorial video. I've never done one of these, so just please bear with me. Today we're going to be learning how to beatbox. It's cooler than you think, trust me. It can be pretty fun if you practice the basics. Literally, all 90% of beatboxing literally sticks to the basics, literally, and you can do some miraculous things with just the basics, especially with editing and so on and so forth by using programs like Audacity. But that's probably going to be a video for another time. Today I'm going to teach you the very basics, the bottom line beginnings of beatboxing. And no, it's not Boots and Cats. For those who were thinking it was Boots and Cats, no, honey, no. It's not Boots and Cats. We're actually going to be doing something sort of similar, but completely different. It's called the BTK. No, and the B doesn't stand for basics. It stands for bass. Music people, those stuff like that. I'm not a music. Anyways, BTK. BTK is bass, T snare, and your hi-hat. Don't ask me why it starts with K. I think one of the reasons is because it's called a K snare. Kick drum, cut. Anyways, so the three things that you have to practice on, and it's absolutely key. It is key to literally like the bread and butter, the onions and the oil and the garlic to, your beatboxing. And literally for the beginning, for the start, it's literally all you need for beatboxing. Or at least to start out with beatboxing and to experiment with your own sounds. And that's what's nice about beatboxing, is that you get to experiment and create new, unique, and more interesting sounds to incorporate into either a set or just a complete freestyle. You can literally go crazy with it once. But in order to make all of that come together, you need a basis, a foundation to, go with. So BTK is tried and tested to always work. And it does. It's more or less how I started beatboxing from a very young age, because your boy wanted to be different. Anyways, so BTK. BTK is bass, T snare, and then your hi-hat or K snare. This can be substituted for lowercase. No, not lowercase. A small c. So 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 Boots and Cats, but fairly different. How do you do the B? So to start off with the B in the BTK, not BTS, BTC. BTC. Fine, let's start off with BTC. If you can't do the inward K snare, then go with that. But if you can't, don't worry. The C snare still works. As you can see, it works. Works. With the K snare, it'll sound something like this. It is a bit of an upgrade, but you can chop and change between the two. It is literally completely up to you. And it's also very versatile to learn both of the lowercase C snare and the inward K snare. But now we're going to start with the B. So to do the bass, you got to get comfortable with having loose lips. Not those lips. I'm kidding, it's a joke. So loose lips, mouth lips. I'm probably gonna cut that out, but if I don't, I'm just if Mrs. Devoy will allow me to have that in there, then perfectly fine. But for the bass, it's all about that bass, as Megan Trainor said. That is cringe. I'm sorry. You gotta get used to fumbling your lips around. Woo! Fumbling your lips around. Make sure they're really loose, and you can just get that overall, idea and feeling of. To some, when I started out, my lips got really ticklish and very fumbly, and it felt a bit weird after some time. But after some time, I guess my body became numb to it. So just practice all that so your lip muscles can get used to all of that. Then once you have gotten used to that, right, you're gonna fill your mouth with air, like you're gonna like burst out laughing. Or if you've watched Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, you always see them kiss like that. So they, and then you're gonna do like monkey stuff, because I've seen it in monkeys. They do it a lot. Get used to filling your mouth with air and pushing it out, just to get you used to it. Unless you're a fast learner, then we can speed this along. But, you know, I don't know if any of you are fast learners, so we're going to take things slow and we're going to start from the beginning, right? We're going to start very simple. We're going to start from the very, very basics of each individual. Well, not for individual. For might be a little bonus sound that I might add. The little, you know, Mr. Finger. Anyways, so with the B, it's and then you really just get that. Don't forget, you know, to take breaks. Now you might probably asking why I'm saying don't forget to take breaks. It's because you could possibly get lightheaded from this, you know, breathing in and breathing out at a rapid pace just to get that all going. So take breaks, take your time. It's literally no rush. The moment you start rushing into things, the moment you can start losing what the sound's actually supposed to sound like, and you get very confused. So take breaks and practice. Once you have got that down, you can start by going bah, bah, bah. Now I know it's gonna sound like a baby speaking for the first time, but don't worry, we were all there. I was there. It wasn't a very fun, very good-looking moment for me looking at myself in the mirror doing these things. I don't suggest it. Don't look at yourself in the mirror. You might come across a video that'd be like, yeah, look in the mirror, you know, see if you're getting it right. Don't. I do not agree, okay? It is horrendous. You sound problematic, okay? You sound like you have, you know, I'm not gonna say it. Anyways, that's what you're gonna start doing. And once you gonna try and form that once you've more or less got that tension right, or, you know, sort of coming along, it's really good. You'd possibly feel like, yes, I'm getting it. I am, you know, it's coming along. You know, we love it when a plan comes together, so on and so forth. You're just gonna have to continue practicing that until you get the sound that you are mainly looking for. And that sound is, I'll give you some time. Wait for it. Once you have got that sound down, you know what? Give yourself a pat in the back. Dust off that shoulder, you know. You're aces. You have done the first step. You are doing it. You know, you are absolutely thriving at this moment. You know, you feel confident. You know, you can move on to the next sound, which is basically what we're going to be doing now. So, to move on to the next sound, you've probably said it throughout the entire day. Okay, I'm not even going to spend that much time on the T snare, okay, because it's tss, 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 like Beats, you know, Beats, headphones, Beats by Dr. Dre, you know, Beats, get it? Beats. Sorry, that was cringe. I apologize, okay? Never made a tutorial video before, so just bear with me. So it might probably take some time for you to get the sound that you're actually curating for, or well, not curating, that you're actually looking for. But, you know, once you find that you're happy with, you know, that you're happy with, stick with it. It's not that complicated. Now we can move on to the next one, you know. But just remember, together. This is starting to sound like Boots and Cats. I'm sorry. Okay. I am so sorry. Okay. I think we moved to BTK because Boots and Cats sounded freaking cringe, okay? I admit it. So now that we have moved along from there, we've got the B, we've got the tss, you know, we got the B, we got the bass, we've got the T snare. Now we can move on to cats. No. K snare. Inward K snare, outward K snare, which is C snare. I mean, whoa. Cats. Colander. Cabbage. Just a hard. You know, when you just flabbergasted and you just. If you want to learn K snare, which I highly recommend you don't just now, because it is very, very, very disheartening and took. I was stupid. I literally went the hard way. I could have learned the K snare. I mean the C snare, and I could have been, you know, aces. I could have had that all polished up and chef's kiss, but I didn't. I went straight away to the inward in the words, the inward snare, the inward. Oh, how I regret my life choices. Anyways, C snare, C snare. This has taken a twist of events, but C snare is. I think the T. Wait, is this snare? Kick, K snare, kick. So the C kick. I don't know. It's very, very confusing terms for me because I've never done a tutorial video. But the C, the BTC, the C and the T are extremely simple. It's literally just the bass, Meghan Trainor, the bass to you know, get down. It's literally the meat and bones to this giant elephant of a skeleton. I don't know. So, since there are multiple sets that you can use with the BTC or BTK, and you can take on various routines. You can create your own routines. You can do a lot of things. You know, there's a lot of various variations of it. So I'm gonna give you some. Well, I'm gonna give you two. I'm gonna go UK drill. I think I can do that. UK drill and just American rap hip hop. So UK drill with the C, and then I'll do it with the K. So you've got two, you know, for the ones who wants to do outward, which is k, and then inward. I will give two variations. So for, I think UK drill. Yeah, let's do the UK drill. Okay, so UK drill will sound like this with just literally the bread and butter of beatboxing will be. Okay, so now that was inward. So I will do the exact same thing, but just swap it out for the outward. C. So instead of K, we're doing C. Okay, so that was I think that was UK drill. I'm not really a big fan of UK drill, but I've seen quite a few things on TikTok. So now this would be American hip hop rap, your generic sounds. I'm gonna do K and C. So you've got two variations, so you know how that sounds. Fun fact, you can use both of them within it. I'm not gonna show that now. You go ahead and do your own experimenting, okay? I don't want to give you too much other than the basics. And also some ideas and something to give you something kind of an idea of what you can do and what you can use to practice with. I'm not going to give you anything dubstep related or throat bass, and there's a ton of stuff to learn. Different tricks, different variations. So yeah, American generic hip hop. Okay, so that was K snare. There are limitations to having everything going outward, is that you gotta each time, and breath control. So I don't recommend holding your breath, but control your breath if you're doing a lot of outward stuff. So C snare. No, C kick drum thing. Anyway. Drink plenty of water. So now that you know the basics, I think I hope Mrs. Devoy will let you off all into the wild and practice these variations, practice these sounds. Remember, don't get too ahead of yourself. Like, yeah, it's good to be a fast learner, but it's also good to polish these sounds up. So I'm not a professional, and I don't consider myself a beatboxer. I'm just somebody that beatboxes, because beatboxer is a title that I feel I'm not ready to. What's the word? Grab by the nuts, proverbially. So yeah, that's my first tutorial. I think I cannot remember. My memory's besides me now. But yeah, that's my first beatboxing tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you guys liked it. I hope you find this helpful. It's a really fun thing to do. It's a pastime. I've got ADHD, and it's a fidget. It's my fidget spinner at times. So just some key things to note. If you're using all outward sounds, so that's outward. You cannot really go. I mean, you can. It's called lip roll, but I don't even know how to do that. But if you want to go ahead and do by your own risk. I don't recommend it. It can be very disheartening. It's even disheartening for me sometimes because lip rolls sound so cool. But if you have all three that are outward, breath control will be kind of difficult to manage. Okay? So it's always good to find your own special substitute. as a kick drum or a snare, as long as you got something coming in, so you can get more breath out, it's like breathing, but with beats. One of the ways that I substitute when I have all three things going outward is I use my actual breathing as a sound. So So I use my breathing, and sometimes it can be a bit light. I do get pretty lightheaded because I'm but I use that as a substitute so I don't, run out of steam, run out of breath. So try and find your own substitute. Figure out a substitute. Fiddle around with your mouth, make funny sounds, find something that's you. Okay, and that's what's nice about beatboxing, and that's what's nice about making sounds with your mouth. You can find your unique thing that makes you, makes your sounds you. And it can be anything. It can be multiple things, You can create a new sound today, and you can polish that sound up. That is your sound. Other people might imitate it. Other people might try and copy that sound, but what's always going to be remembered is that is your sound, and it's a cool thing. It's your thing, If this is not your thing, this is perfectly okay, Everybody's got their own thing, and it's good to have things. So, each to their own thing. Live, laugh, love, like that. So bonus sound. I think I should actually teach this bonus sound because it can add a lot more. It can add potatoes and vegetables to what you already know now as routine. So if you remember, we practiced the whole when we were getting our bass. Now you can actually combine those two together to get a more beefier bass. So this is that. Here's your bass sound, right? Without that to it. It has like a wobble, a nice deep vibration. You can even go buh, 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 buh. You can even use your own vocals for the bass. And k, 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 to add extra bass behind those, outward sounds. Keep in mind, it will use, more steam, more lungs. This is your fuel tank right here. Fuel tank. Anyways, so for the B, the bonus sound would be once you've gotten used to, you clench your teeth down and you. Probably it looks so weird on camera. Sorry about that. But when you it adds a lot more. It's a very nice extra improvement to what you already have and allows you to experiment more. It gives you an extra wee backup screwdriver in your toolbox, or emergency mascara or eyeliner. I know, I have it in my pocket. Okay, not this one, my jacket pocket, which is sitting here. It's sleeveless, by the way. It's really cool. Yeah, I've got backup eyeliner in that pocket because you never ever know when you're going to need it. So treat this as something that you never know when you're going to need it, when you want to just switch things up on the fly really quick. So yeah, those are my tips. Find something to one polish. Okay. Practice to polish. Okay. Practice to polish. But, in practicing, you're polishing. So polish to practice and practice to polish. Okay. Your sounds, these basic sounds, because you're gonna need them for a lot of things if you want to continue doing stuff like this. So practice to polish. Find something to substitute for something to breathe in, okay? Be it... Sometimes I use... So... It's the same, but I just breathe in. You'll even see it over here when I'm breathing in. So, you can even use so Cassandra, etc. So find something to substitute so you can breathe, okay? Because sometimes you go I cannot breathe, and then you end up like that, and you ruin everything. So there is a little bit of timing that goes in play with that, but you know, you will learn that as you practice. You will find what works for you. This video went longer than what I expected to be, but you know, I want to make sure that in this practicing that you're doing, you are well prepared for everything and anything that you are supposed to be, you know, that you're gonna need, you know, the basic instructions, the basic tool set, you know, the screwdriver, the spanner, you know, the mascara, the blush, the eyeliner, you know, the foundation, etc. Just so you know exactly, you know, what to look for, or use it as a guide. It's not the be-all end-all. This is not the Benison Hedges. No, not that. I don't know. The be-all end-all, you know, whatever the case, you know, of how to do it. You know, find something that's you and make it unique. Make it you, you know, in many different ways. And it doesn't have to be perfect, you know. Nothing's ever perfect. So remember that. Remember that, okay? So I think I've said everything. I think I have made you guys prepped and ready for, you know, being let on the loose and annoying your peers and friends with practicing your sounds. And by all means, do it for me, okay? For me. I used to do it. I annoyed my sisters to the max, but I did it, and it was fun. I enjoyed it. Don't judge me on that. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and yes, I'm recording this on my phone. This is not going to be edited. This is just completely raw. Enjoy. I look forward to seeing the final product of you guys. Maybe I might teach you some more cool stuff to do with your mouth. Don't take that out of context. Okay. See you, Mrs. Devoy. I hope you like this video as well. It took some time, I guess. See you soon. Bye!